2, 3, 4. Come a little bit closer, hear what I have to say. Just like children sleeping, we could dream this night away. But there's a full moon rising, let's go dancing in the light. We know where the music's playing, let's go out and feel the night. Because I'm still in love with you, I wanna see you dance again. Because I'm still in love with you on this harvest moon. When we were strangers, I watched you from afar. When we were lovers, I loved you with all my heart. But now it's getting late, and the moon is climbing high. I want to celebrate, see it shining in your eyes. Because I'm still in love with you, I wanna see you dance again. Because I'm still in love with you on this harvest moon. Because I'm still in love with you, I wanna see you dance again. Because I'm still in love with you on this harvest moon.
Hi Ukulele Jen here, back with a new tutorial for you. This time it's Harvest Moon by Neil Young. I hope you like this song. I loved it when it came out in the 90s. I loved a lot of music from the 90s. It was when I got into playing the guitar. So yeah, it's brilliant to kind of revisit these songs that I've loved for a long time. And now arranged for the ukulele so that you can play them, so I can play them, we can all play them together. You can take this arrangement to your ukulele group, you can play it by yourself, you can play along with my video, you can play along with Neil Young actually, because it's in the original key, so the key that Neil Young recorded it in, that's what I've arranged it to play on the ukulele. So however you want to play it, I hope you enjoy it. If you would like to download the sheet music, it's just a one-off payment that you can do via Patreon. You don't need to become a member or anything like that. It's just a simple one-off payment. You'll get the PDFs. It's just a one-off payment to get the PDF sent straight to your computer. They feature chord diagrams and there's some color-coded bits there, which is where other things happen like the tab or alternative chords. So it's 2 pages of lyrics and chords, and then there's another page of tab. So in this tutorial, I'm just going to really briefly explain basically what I did in the video, and just give you a couple of different options. But the first thing we need to look at are the chords. So let's have a look at those. So you've got D major, and then we've got a D major 7, there's an E minor 7, there's a G major, there's an A7sus4 and an A7. And then in the little kind of vamp bit, the iconic I'm actually playing a D6. It's technically a D6, but it's the same as a B minor 7. And that is barring all the strings at the 2nd fret. So for that little vamp, I'm going to call it, it's the iconic bit, right? It goes from a D to a D6 to a D major 7. So I'm playing the D major 7 with my little finger on the 4th fret of the A string, whilst barring all the strings at the 2nd fret. So you're kind of quickly going between your open position D, open position because I've got an open A string, that's all that means, to a bar chord, my D6, at the 2nd fret, then quickly followed by D major 7, where I put my little finger on the 4th fret of the A string. You might use your ring finger, that's up to you. I don't really think there's any right or wrong, it's just whatever feels good for you. You might find your little finger is in a better position to do it, but it might feel like not doing the work. That's because we don't use our little fingers enough, do we? And they're often the weaker finger. So get using that little finger, get it working, and then it will get used to it, because it's quite handy really, isn't it? So that's our little vamp. So it's a D, D6, D major 7, D, D6, D major 7. Ba, 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 da, ba, da, ba, ba, da. Down, 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 up, down, up, down, up, up, down, 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 up, down, up, down, up, up, down, 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 up, down, up, down, up, up, down, 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 up, down, up, down, up, up, down. Eventually I've got it. Down, down, up, down, up, down, up, up, down, 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 up, down, up, down, up, up, down. It's something along those lines, isn't it? I always think with strum patterns, you don't have to be too rigid with them. You know, you've got to make it your own as well. But it's very swung, isn't it? Down, down, ba-da, ba-da, might take a bit of practice, but it's just having a go. Maybe slow it down, you know, really slow that down. D, D, D6, D major 7, down, 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 up, down, up, down, up, up, down, 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 up, down, up, down, up, up, down. You can hear some of those down strums I'm kind of making a bit more staccato, which just means a bit shorter. I'm stopping the strings from ringing on. By taking the pressure off with that left hand, I'm stopping squeezing to kind of make those strings stop sounding. There's a bit of a going on, isn't there, as well, between the D6 and the D major 7. So that's one to practice, keep having a go at it. But just to say, that is optional. You could just play D, you could just play D major, and it would still sound really lovely, and you could just do a... If you were singing it... well, actually, there's no singing in that bit. You could just do D major, down, down, up, up, down, up, down, down, up, up, down, up, down, down, up. And that's the strum pattern that I'm using for the rest of the song. So in the verses. Down, down, up, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, D, down, up, down, up, etc. So 2 things to just clarify. The is optional. You can just play a D. Just play a D where that's written, and that's what it says in the music. I've just written it out as D. And where it says D major 7 in the verses, you could just play D as well if that was tricky to get to. However, on the PDF, if you fancied buying it for less than a price of a takeout coffee, then I have also tabbed it out as well. So that might make it easier for you to read. But instead of putting that all on the lyrics and chord sheet, I've just written it as D and highlighted it in yellow. So where the yellow bits are, you know that you're playing this bit. I hope that makes sense. So just while we're still on the subject of chords, in my video, I added the alternative chords as well. Just to say, the chord diagrams for what I was just talking about are all on there as well. So on my alternative chords, we've got a D, which is a B flat shape, but up at the 5th fret. So that's another way of playing D major. Then we've got our D6, which we've already talked about, and our D major 7 we've already talked about. Then an alternative version of E minor 7, barring all the strings at the 7th fret. And then an alternative version of G is barring all the strings at the 7th fret, but adding your little finger to the 10th fret of your A string. Should sound like that. And then the chords in the chorus, A7sus4, lovely chord, make a G7 shape and slide that up so that your first finger is on the 3rd fret. And then to make it a sus, you're going to add your little finger to the 5th fret of the A string. It's pretty, isn't it? And then to turn that into an A7 alternative version, you just take your little finger off. You see how it's a G7 shape, but moved up to the 3rd fret. So these alternative chords are really nice if you're looking to expand your chord knowledge, you know, play up the fretboard. But also if you're playing with another person, then you can, you know, you've got 2 different ways of playing the same chord. It just adds a bit of colour. It just lifts it because you're adding the notes in a different register. You've got a much bigger span there of notes, and it sounds lovely. The next thing then to talk about is the tab. So we've discussed the vamp, which is where it's highlighted in yellow. Obviously that's like a really big part of the song, but then there's this lovely tab that happens in the verses, and I've highlighted the chords in orange where you play this. It's also tabbed out on the tab sheet, and it sounds like this. So in Neil Young's record, it's harmonics on the guitar, which are a bit more fiddly to recreate on the ukulele. So I've like written it out as the notes. So that's based around your E minor 7 alternative chord, 7th fret, dropping to the 4th fret. So that's that one, a nice one. You can see I'm using my 2nd, 3rd and little finger on the 7th fret of the C, E and A string. And then my first finger is ready, hovering above fret 4 on the C string to finish that little rundown, which is nice and pretty. That's in where it's highlighted in orange, that's in the verses. And then we've got an instrumental tab, it's the solo part, which happens just before the last chorus. And that is all in the 7th position, which basically just means that you're not playing any notes before or lower than fret 7. So my top tip would be that your first finger is going to play all your 7s. And then the other numbers that we've got to deal with in the tab, I'm reading the tab by the way, but it is notated as music if you prefer that. So you've got the 7th fret, we've got the 9th fret in use, so I'm going to use my ring finger for all the 9s, and then my little finger is going to play all the 10s. So that will sound like this. I'm going to just keep the beat. I'm going to do it a bit slower so you can hear it. 2, 3, 4. Then there's a rest here. Dum, 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 dum. Then the second part goes like this. Luckily, I got them all in the right place. So that was good, because there's always pressure when you're recording to get it right. So we've gone over the chords, we've gone over the strumming, we've gone over the alternative chords, we've gone over the vamp, and we've gone over the tab. I think that's everything we need to know. And just a reminder that just for less than a price of your usual latte or flat white, then you will get not 1, not 2, but 3 pages of music to help you play along. And what's really great about that is that it really helps me to keep doing videos for you. It helps me keep things going, and I really appreciate it. I love making videos, I love teaching the ukulele, and if you would like to join in one of my weekly sessions, I run them on Zoom and I run them in person if you're near Leeds in the UK. But if you fancy joining one of my online classes, then I run 3 a week. And yeah, just drop me an email and I can tell you how to do that. But yeah, and if you've got any suggestions for songs you'd like me to do, that'd be great as well. Anyway, take care and I'll see you next time. Bye.